What's up, everybody? J-Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. Let's get to it. So, I want to talk about basketball. The subject is JJ Redick. First and foremost, congratulations to JJ. But this video is going to be about the power of privilege and also the importance of relationships. A JJ Redick story. So I'll start off by saying I'm a huge JJ Redick fan because I'm a huge Duke fan. Been one for over 30 years. JJ Redick played for Coach K, who to me, you can make an argument is one of the best, if not the best. I think there's an argument to be made. Best basketball coach ever, any level. You can make the argument. Not saying he is, just that there's an argument. And like I said, I'm a huge Duke fan, and I like JJ overall. However, he is now the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. And some of that has to do with the power of privilege. Let's just call it what it is. JJ has no experience on the collegiate level or the pro level as a head coach, let alone even an assistant coach. Now he's the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, the most glamorous, biggest sports franchise in basketball in the world. The Los Angeles Lakers is the place, the premier job to be head coach, which you would mean usually typically in most industries to get a job like that requires a lot of experience. Why is the Lakers the biggest job? Well, not only are they one championship away from being tied with the Celtics for the most championships in NBA history, they've been to more championships overall than the Celtics by a long shot. But it's just the place where they're always relevant and happening. Even when they're not good, it costs hundreds of dollars to get nosebleed seats. Why? Because the stars aren't typically the stars in the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's who you might see: Denzel Washington, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, of course, Jack Nicholson. LA's the place where Shaquille O'Neal, in the prime of his career, where everybody already knew, if you knew basketball, he was arguably the best center in basketball, maybe even on the list of argument for best player. He goes to LA, and he could be in a place like Los Angeles and have somebody come up to him and say, "You're tall. Did you know you should play basketball?" Because that's the type of city LA is, that there's so many stars that you can be there and go unnoticed. So it's a big time place. JJ being a white male, two forms of privilege. Obviously, males get a little more privilege than females, and being white in America matters. It helped him to land this job. That's not any fault of JJ's. I think JJ Redick is a great guy, and I hope he does well with the job. And this can be turned around to an advantage for those who don't have privilege. And I'll explain that in just a second. But his privilege of being white and being male helped, but also the importance of relationships. You see, JJ, before we even get to his credentials, because he does have them, he built relationships. He's liked by players in the league. He had his podcast, The Old Man and the Three, with over 1 million subscribers. Players like him. He's got the podcast with LeBron James, a connection, a relationship that helped getting this job, I'm sure. So he worked for ESPN, excellent reporter, excellent analyst. He's on the sidelines for games, calling games in the NBA Finals. JJ's great, and I like listening to him talk basketball. Getting to his credentials, he's smart, very intelligent when it comes to the game of basketball, and he knows the sport. He played at the highest level, Division I in college, and played at the highest level in the pros, being in the NBA. So he has that going with him. He's played for great coaches. He knows the game. But if I told you somebody that comes to the gym every day and works out always running around the track, always playing basketball in your local rec center, that qualified them to run the rec center as the operations manager immediately without any experience being a manager on any other level for a rec center. Not necessarily. Maybe they'll do well, but we don't know. So I hope JJ does well, because again, this could help others, because he's getting an opportunity without the experience. Somebody else, maybe another male who could be African American or another ethnicity, could get the same opportunity because they can point to JJ and say, JJ was successful. I'm intelligent like JJ. I played D1. I played in the league. I know the game of basketball, and I'm cool with the players and coaches where I have relationships built where I can help to lead this new generation. So I hope JJ does well, because it could mean something great for the next guy. But we can't gloss over the fact that privilege played a role. But also, remember a lesson out there, no matter what industry you in. They say it's not what you know, but it's who you know. It's a combination of both, though, in the real world. You got to have some intelligence, some skills, and knowledge, skills, and abilities, as they say, in the field. But it sure helps to build relationships. So remember who you're working with. Have good relationships with people. You don't have to like a person to work with them, because you never know when those relationships may come in handy, like they have for JJ. We'll get to the X's and O's on another video. I hope he does well. But I just thought I wanted to get that off my chest. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you're looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok. And if you got Facebook, join my group, J Heat Sports Media.